What's up, YouTube? This video was sent to me from a loyal supporter. He asked me to do a reaction to it, so let's go ahead and check it out. And hopefully we could learn something from this video. Alright, so let's jump right into the video.
Alright, y'all, so here's part one of how I lost everything to a girl that I thought loved me. So I had recently moved to Arizona in January, and I only moved down here just to stack up and get back on my feet and help take care of my grandmother. So while I was down here, I was starting like a 20 versus 1 with my cousin, and I had 20 females in a group chat. Now, I didn't know any of these females. I had somebody.
Yo, let me just say this. From looking at Pop the Balloon videos and 20v1s that are filmed in Arizona, and looking at the women who are from Arizona, it seems like there's a lot of birds down there. It seems like the culture down there is like a bunch of fun girls. There's chicks who just trying to have fun, similar to Houston. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's just what it seems to me.
That I knew just make the group chat, and I was going to lead the rest of the way. Well, one of the girls, which was Dank, my ex, she ended up DMing me and reaching out to me and was like, yo, I know this 20 versus 1 is supposed to be for, your cousin, but I think you're attractive and I want to mess with you. And I mean, from there on, it caught my attention, and, I started talking to her, and, we ended up linking up at Dave and Buster's, and ever since that day, like, we was just hip to hip. We never left each other's sight. Like, literally, like, we'll go work through the day, but we'll just meet. Like, we was next to each other 24/7. Long story short, I started staying at her spot a little bit more. You feel me? I was staying with my mom's at the time. I was coming to her spot, staying over and stuff like that. And then she ended up moving into her new house because her old house was getting evicted, and she found a new crib. So, long story short, she moved into the new house and offered me to move in as well, and I did. So we was living there. This is before the rock paper scissors video went viral and anything. We was just doing OnlyFans and working regular jobs. At least I was working a regular job. So after that, we ended up getting an eviction in that place because we was paying the rent, but the landlord wasn't paying the mortgage. So, long story short, after that, we had to find a new place to live. We only been in this spot maybe like 3 months, 4 months max, if anything. And, she didn't have no money coming in. I didn't have no real money coming in. I mean, of course, I had like the job and stuff, but we literally just paid the rent. And, now we getting evicted. So I had school money coming in from FAFSA, and I decided that I wanted to take the money and put it into the house. Like, we're not going to be homeless. Me, you, your kids, we're not going to be homeless. So I ended up taking my school money and my last check from State Farm and saving it up. And she actually found the house that we ended up moving into, which was like a 5-bedroom place. But the problem is, like I said, we didn't have no money to put the down deposit and stuff. So when I took my school money and everything, I decided to put it down deposit because I wanted to make sure we was good. Like, if you my woman, I'm never gonna make sure you down, your kids, nothing like that. Like,
Wow. Such a good man. Listen to the story. First of all, she was the one who marked him out. She targeted him. Like, him right there. He's gonna make a good provider. He's gonna step up and be a stepfather. So she already lined you up off rip. Fellas, when a woman targets you, you gotta pay attention to her motive, because if that's her approach to target you, just understand that's who she is. Usually, women who are hoes, they usually are aggressors. So they are very aggressive when it comes to going after a man. So don't think that you're special. Don't think, oh man, she really want me. I'm the most handsome nigga out here. No, brother. That's just what she does. You're not special. So if she targets you, just understand she also targeted a bunch of other men as well. So never wife up women like that, bro. You always want to wife up women that you gotta put forth some type of effort to get her. Now, I believe in a woman choosing a man, right? And when it comes to that, like a woman gotta, give you like a look or something that will cause you to make the approach. But when it's a situation where she reached out to you, that's a hoe, bro. And a woman like that, you gotta have your fun with and move around. Now, she knew this guy was a sucker because he was ready to step up and take care of her and her kids off rip. And she let you move in with her. As a man, you never move in with a woman, right? And the reason why she did that is because she wants you to help pay the rent. And then my man say, shit, matter of fact, like I'm gonna put you all in the crib. And that's where we at right now. So we moved from she viewing him as a sucker and going after him to him moving in with her and taking care of her and her kids. Crazy.
I love you and I love anything and everything that comes with you. So after that, I put the down deposit and pay for the first month of the rent. But the problem that we was facing with moving in this new place was we didn't have enough proof of income to show that we make this certain amount of dollars and stuff like that. Because around this time when we was moving into this is when the rock paper scissors started going viral, but we didn't get paid for it yet. Cash outs didn't come out till like a month later after I already put the deposit and everything on there. So, like I said, she put her mother on the lease and everything. Her mother signed for the lease, and it was just her and her mother name. And I would ask, yo, like, can I be on a lease after, And she said, yeah, we can do that. But then when it actually came down to it, it was always an argument of why I can't be put on the lease or anything like that. And if I love you, I don't even want to argue. I just want to make peace. So, I left it alone. Now, a month.
What? Y'all hearing this shit? And this is why I said she lined this dude up. She targeted him. Like, there goes a sucker right there. Come on. I need you in my life. I got kids. I need some help, buddy. Come here. To the point where this man was living, he put down the down payment on a crib. And his name is not even on the lease. How? Bro, what's wrong with you? That pussy couldn't be that good, bro. Hell no.
Later, our rock, paper, scissors video goes viral as fuck. And we got the money coming in. Now, before the money actually came in, she made an agreement with me, which I never offered. She offered it. She said, hey, when this money come in, I'm going to give you half of the money, because we did this video together. We built this foundation together. This is our empire. I said, okay, for sure. Now, when the first deposit came through, it was probably like 30, 40,000, if that, about 30,000. I say 30,000. It was $30,000. We were supposed to split that. When it came to the splitting, she said, I'm going to use your half and pay, we're going to use your half and pay for the rent or whatever. I was just like, okay, that's cool, but how about you just give me my half and then I take whatever the rent is out of that portion and give it to you. Well, she started an argument about that big deal and everything. And, it came to a point where it was like, hey, like I felt like I was about to get kicked out. Like she was threatening me and everything. So at that point, it was just like, look, I don't want to argue. Look, if you want to pay the rent with it, cool. So Long story short, a couple months go by, we done made over 100,000 off of this rock paper scissors video. Every single time that it was time to split the deposit or anything, I never seen none of the money. We made over $100,000 off that video, and I never seen none of the money.
What the hell?
If y'all want to hear the rest of what happened, so after constantly arguing and getting to it about splitting the money and putting my name on the lease, I just stopped, stop arguing and stop bringing it up because I just wanted peace inside the home for one, and then for two, I got tired of her kids was there witnessing us getting into it and stuff like that, and I grew up in a household like that, and I didn't want her kids to experience what I went through, so I just stopped overall. Fast forward, September comes, it's my birthday. She's asking me what do I want to do for my birthday. I'm telling her I don't want to do anything. I just rather spend time with her. She was like, "No, let me do something for your birthday. Let me take care of you." So I was like, "Well, let's do a '70s themed birthday party." 2 days before my birthday, matter of fact, a day before the birthday party, we have a disagreement. Next thing you know, we get into it, and she tells me, "Fuck your birthday party. It's canceled." I'm like, "But I already sent the invitations out, and everybody's supposed." She's like, "Fuck that." I was like, "But this is my household too." She was like, "Is your name on the lease? This ain't your house. This is my house." So after that, things just went spiraling. Like when she did that, I had a mental breakdown, and I ended up like running away. Like I ran to Sedona. I was thinking about committing suicide. I just had a lot on my mind because I was like, why does the person that I love so much and keep going hard for just keep hurting me and keep doing me like this? Like I haven't done nothing to her to do me like this. So once I got my mental back together in some time, I tried to call her and let her know that I was coming back. Um, she told me my clothes was packed and everything, and I gotta find somewhere to stay. So for like a week,
Yo.
I was staying with my manager at the time, and we had broken up. And during that breakup, I was, texting females. I'm very transparent. I was texting girls.
And this is exactly what I mean when I say a bird main objective is to find a sucker, drain his energy, and power up. She knew this dude was going to be very beneficial to her and her kids. And the thing about a bird, the only talent a bird got is knowing how to spot a sucker. Hold on, let me take this call. Hello? Yeah, I'm gonna salad. Yeah, grab me a salad and some fruits. All right. Yeah, the thing about a bird only talent is knowing how to spot a sucker a mile away. So she knew this dude was a sucker from the jump, man. And that's why this whole situation is just sad.
know, I wasn't going out there dating them and wasn't going around fucking around, but I definitely was DMing and texting girls, that knew what I was going through. And then, after that, she found out that I was texting girls and stuff like that when we got back into the relationship. And ever since then, she just held that over me. She was just so hurt about me texting girls when we was broken up. She made it seem like I was cheating on her. She made it seem like I was just always texting girls and flirting and messing around with them while we was in a relationship, which anybody would vouch for me and say, Dom, it's nothing like that. When I'm in a relationship, I'm fully 100% invested. So things were already becoming weird after that. Like she would come home late at night, turn her location off. I wouldn't hear from her. I try to call her, she wouldn't answer. It would be days that she wouldn't even come home until literally the next day, and she would be like, "Oh, I'm out."
Now, time out though. So who was watching her kids? You? So she getting bent over, she getting clapped from the back while your ass at home watching her kids? Man, she found a good sucker in you, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
On the road, I'm working and this and that, but come to find out, she was actually cheating on me the whole time and sleeping around with this
Duh.
guy. And the whole time I'm sitting here watching her six kids, feeding them, making sure they go to bed, feeding them, here, watching her six kids. The whole time I'm sitting here watching her six kids.
My man said watching her 6 kids? Nah, bro. Nah. I'm trying not to believe this dude at this point. I don't want to believe that you were home watching a woman's 6 kids while she was getting smacked. That's crazy.
Feeding them, making sure they go to bed for school, making sure they get up for school. I'm, I just feel so played, because right before that happened, literally the week of, I've been trying to go on a date with her and she wouldn't go on dates with me. So I ended up bringing a date home because she was out in Vegas with a friend or whatever. And she said she had a long drive back. So I ended up buying roses, put $200 in the roses. I ended up spelling the word I love you out on the bed. I wrote up 2 blunts and everything, put it in the heart of the bed. And then I had the rose petals leading up to the tub with candles, and I had a champagne bottle and everything. And I just feel used and played. So finally, where it got to my last straw was we was laying down in bed, and then it was like 3 in the morning. She just kind of woke up and was like, I'm about to leave. And I was like, where are you going? At 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. She was like, I gotta get on the road. I got work to do. I was like, well, let me go with you because I've been on the road with her to do work. She was like, no, I need to do this by myself. I need this time for myself. And we haven't even been getting into it at the time or nothing. So I'm so confused. And I was just so like, I can't do this. I can't keep taking care of your kids and worrying, what are you doing at night? Are you okay? Are you safe? Are you cheating? So I decided to just pack my bags and take a trip to Vegas. I just took a 2-day trip to Vegas. When I took the trip to Vegas, I cleared my mind and got myself together. And then I called her and let her know that I was coming back home. She let me know and was like, we got to figure out your living situation. I don't think it's going to be best for you to live here.
Yo, this shit is
I'm
getting
like,
worse
what did
and
I
worse.
do? Like, I'm so confused at this point. I had to turn my car in to the shop. It started messing up. I don't know. Like I said, yeah, I'm just trying to figure it out day by day. My bad, y'all. I know y'all been asking for part 3. I just been trying to figure out this shit with my car and everything, man, because it's literally what I'm living out of. It's my roof over my head at the moment. But so after I had got back from Vegas, I was just coming back because it was her son's birthday. And when I told her I was coming for her son's birthday, she said, I don't want you to come around. I don't want no drama or nothing like that. And it was just like, wait, so I can't even come to my own house or be around the kid. So I was just going, and I asked if she was there. She wasn't there. I just packed all my stuff, all my bags, all my clothes, my laptops, anything that I can grab, and I just packed up all my belongings because I just got so fed up to a point. I got tired of being manipulated, being cheated on, making me feel like I'm doing stuff in a relationship when I'm not even doing nothing. And you're doing all this to me. I've been nothing but great, genuine, and loving to you, and done nothing but show you love. And all you do is hurt me, throw it in my face, talk about how I don't know how to date black women, how I'm less of a man because I don't like drama and I don't like problems, I don't like confrontation. Like, so, like I said, I packed up all my stuff and I let her keep the house, didn't argue with her, didn't go fight for it, nothing like that. And then it was crazy because as far as the bills, she let me pay the bills and then kicked me out literally 2 days later. Since then,
All right, enough of this, man. Look, fellas, it don't pay to be a sucker for love, bro. The bottom line is, she knew dude was a sucker from the jump, and she lined him up. Okay? And as a man, one thing that you don't do is move in with a woman. That's something that you should never, ever do as a man. Because once you move in with her, you will always be under her. And whenever you act up, she's going to be like, yo, don't make me put you out. So it's pretty much she will have you like a dog on a leash, and she's going to control you. And as a man, you can never be the head of a household if your name is not on the lease. You will always be under that woman, and she will never look at you as a man. She will always look down at you like you're a boy. And this is what happens though when a man don't really take the time out to self-improve and add value to his life. He's gonna feel just like how this guy feel at times. Oh man, I gotta move away to get my mental right and this and that. That's a man who's just not mentally strong as a person. And it's simply because he refused to take the time out to self improve. He'd rather be a sucker for love and cater to a woman who doesn't like him. Because in all reality, bro, a real man is not gonna move in with a woman and make a down payment on a place that his name is not on the lease. That's dumb. How much of a sucker can you be, brother? And once a woman view you as a sucker, she's always just gonna use you because that's the only thing that she could do with you is simply use you. She don't lust you because she don't view you as a man. So all she's gonna do is use you, and whenever she's down and out, she's gonna reach back to you. But once she gets on her feet and once things is going great, you don't serve any purpose to that woman. This right here is sad, man. Please leave your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what y'all thought about this. It's your boy AyeQ, and I'm out.